But the moment I entered that mansion in Surrey, the dream turned into a nightmare. My passport was taken before I even sat down.
Now I work with a support group. I meet other women who have been through the same pain, and we help them find their voice.
Good evening. Tonight we have a very special guest in our studio who has lived through a modern-day nightmare. Welcome to our programme. I am Sarah, and tonight we bring you a testimony that will shake the very foundations of what we call a civilised society. We often talk about rights and freedom, but behind the closed doors of Surrey's elite mansions, a different, darker story is being written. Joining us today is Elena, a brave woman who escaped a life of forced labour to tell the world what truly happens in the shadows of wealth.
Thank you for giving me a voice, Sarah.
Yeah.
For a long time, I thought no one would ever listen to a maid like me.
Elena, your voice is powerful and your story is vital. Let's go back to the beginning. What brought you to Britain?
I was promised a decent job in a respectable home, a way to support my family back home and give them a better future.
But the moment I entered that mansion in Surrey, the dream turned into a nightmare. My passport was taken before I even sat down.
Taking a worker's passport is the first sign of modern slavery. What reasons did they give for holding your documents?
They said it was for safekeeping and that I couldn't be trusted with it until I paid off a debt I never knew I had.
This is the debt bondage we often report on. How much did they claim you owed them for your journey?
I worked from 6 a.m. until midnight every single day. I was never allowed to step outside those gates, not even for air.
To our viewers, imagine being in the heart of England, yet having no freedom to even see the sky outside your workplace. They told me the police would deport me because my visa was tied to them. I lived in constant fear of being hunted down. And this psychological warfare is used to ensure silence. How did your neighbours react to your presence in that house?
They never saw me. I was told to stay in the kitchen or my tiny room whenever guests or neighbors were around.
You were living as a modern-day slave in one of the most prestigious postcodes in the United Kingdom. I started writing in a small notebook, recording every hour I worked and every insult I suffered. It was my only hope. That diary became a crucial piece of evidence. Tell us about the night you finally decided to run for your life.
It was raining. The gardener had left the side gate unlocked by mistake. I grabbed my diary and ran without shoes.
You ran into the cold Surrey night, seeking help from strangers. Who was the first person to show you kindness?